Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Sally, also known as Studio Rat, and hope you all are enjoying the holidays as best you can. I got in the mood for Christmas, and so I made some Christmas cards, and I had so much fun doing that. I made some Christmas journals. So let me just show you the cards first. I like to use craft paper. So on this one, actually the envelope is craft paper and the card front is craft paper. And these have cellophane on them, so it's kind of hard to really see the details, but they are collage. This is napkin and paper and these little ornaments they were actually double-sided, so that I split them apart and I was able to make two. And then I also took some parts from other old cards, like those bells came from an old card. And the background paper is just polka dot that I coffee stained. It's on craft cardstock. Here's part of a Christmas tree, and I like these three little angels here. And Santa and these metal-edged bells. This is a piece of wrapping paper. And this is actually just an embellishment. You can buy at Joann's. I thought it looked nice on the polka dot paper. Here's the other side of the little Cupid doll. And this is a collage with this is another one, an embellishment you can buy, and a little old vintage sticker, the kind you lick. I think this was cut from a card. So just assorted little bits. I'm pretty sure I remember fussy cutting these birds out of another card. I did it a couple years ago and just decided to put it on some doily and put some tissue paper and stuff in the background and make this card. And this one has a cutout, fussy cut bird I printed, and it says Season's Greetings. And this is part of a card. This is tissue paper here. I think this right here I cut out of a newspaper advertisement. This is part of a card, that's part of a card. That's just a vintage Christmas sticker. And that's a piece that I think I bought at Joann's with a Christmas set. And here we have a napkin. This is cut from a card. This is part of a doily, but it was one of those silver or gold ones. And I actually had used it as a stencil, and so it had paint on it, so I used the reverse side of the doily, and that's from another old card. Okay, Christmas journals. I made these two. Let's just take a look at this one. They're pretty much embellished. I mean, they're not blank or anything. This one had a really pretty vintage Christmas card that I used for the cover. Really liked that image. Then I added, so it's layered. This is the card. This is some cardstock, and then some book page on green file folder. And it also has some cardstock in the back that I coffee stained. And it has a little charm here on the strings. I made the strings come out on this end and decided to just tie some little bells, and there's a little sleigh and a Santa. Little tag here with a postage stamp. Okay, so on the inside I folded it over so I could have a pocket. And these are postcards. This one was never used. I think it was somebody was a collector, because it actually has a little hole here where somebody put a tack in it and a little piece of tape. So this is coffee stained scrapbook paper with some little embellishments. This is just brown craft paper. Page from a book, and then a tag I made. There's some different layers of paper with some stitching. A Christmas songbook page. Here we have a vintage card that I split open so that, there's extra writing space there. You can read somebody's Christmas letter there. That's from an old card. This is that masking paper like you use for painting. I had a couple of golden books that were Christmas. So I took them apart and used a page from each in these journals. That's a playing card. Santa, Coca-Cola. Another pretty postcard. This is a picture from a book. Vintage wrapping paper. You can see right there where it says Hallmark. This cute card here. It's a vellum paper with some gold dots on it. This is an embellishment I think that I bought many years ago. And here's a page from another golden book, Frosty the Snowman. There's Santa and his elves. This is cut from another old storybook, a rub-on. Another tag. So this is like a little bag that came from Oriental Trading, a little Christmas treat bag. So I stitched the sides, and that way the bottom of the bag, which is folded up, turned into a pocket for this card. I think they're from Norway or someplace like that. I thought the winter scenes went well with Christmas. Just a little coffee stained paper there in the pocket. And then there's a tuck here on the side for another card. This is really cute. It opens just like this, but also opens all the way, so this could be used as writing space. Another bit of scrapbook paper with a piece of German scrap on it in this belly band. There's the rest of that card. And this was just part of a card. Actually, it was the rest of the card, this card. This is the inside of it. And I just attached it here as extra writing space. And an old black and white picture of a Christmas, I'm sure back in the 1950s. This is actually my house. It's an extra copy of an old Christmas picture. Christmas 1962. I was 11. And another cute little card here in the back. Isn't that adorable? Okay, that's the first one. And my battery ran low, so I had to do this in two parts. But I think I'll have a pretty smooth transition here, I hope. So here's the second one. I really like the cover on this one. This is actually a print of a piece of work by a local artist. Just think that poinsettia is so beautiful. And it also has a charm. It has two little jingle bells and a Santa. And I put a little piece of little poinsettia cut out right there on the corner. So same thing with the layers and stitched and together. So let's look at the inside. It's similar, but I use different papers, but similar layout. This one also has a vintage postcard here in the front cover. And some coffee stained scrapbook paper. And I thought that was really pretty, that paper. So I made a little belly band here and took a page out of one of my tree books with some pretty trees that would make great Christmas trees. And here's the tag in this one. Some old Christmas postage stamps. Jingle Bells. But then there's some writing here in Spanish where they've translated it into Spanish. This postcard I thought was so pretty. It's a German card made in Germany. It's just, there's Santa, and this little guy is pulling the sleigh with Santa and all those presents. So here's a different little bag, and in the pocket is a little one of those playing cards from, I think it's Norway, and scrapbook paper, and this card is tucked inside. And here's another pocket with a postcard, and another playing card, different scene, just tucked in that little spot right there. There's some of the vintage wrapping paper and the other tag. Neat old book pages. I love that picture. So this is a little tuck spot here, and beautiful vintage card. And I just put it like this, so that way you get to see that pretty picture on the front. Postage stamps. Look at this house buried in snow. So here there is a notepad I made, just as kind of a scrappy little notepad, and it just kind of folds over like that, so it won't fall out. There's Santa in his workshop. And this is a Seven Gypsies rub-on. And then back here is one more vintage Christmas card. So pretty. I like the tall, skinny format of that, and it just fits back here in this pocket, which, there. I think it looks really pretty there. And that's it. So it's kind of late in the season to be making Christmas journals, but I had fun doing these, and I'll probably end up just putting them away and selling them next year. And the Christmas cards I will probably end up mailing out to people that I know. Okay, thanks for watching.